carriers certainly have a challenge these days from the over-the-top players, but when it comes to a solution, it might be three simple letters, RCS, for Rich Communication Services. And with me to talk about that is Anurag, who is the CEO of Infinite Convergence Solutions. And Anurag, good to see you again.
John, thanks for having me again.
It's a pleasure, yeah. Yep. Well, let's talk about RCS.
Sure.
And why is that an answer to the carrier dilemma?
Okay, and again, the carriers are suffering from a challenge these days because of a change in the environment. We have these very powerful smartphones, everybody knows that, and great applications on that. And so at the end of the day, consumers are looking for features that are relevant to them. And today carriers are looking to deliver that same feature set on messaging as well. And messaging, I mean one-to-one chat, group chat, and other forms of messaging. And today what we are delivering to these carriers, John, is what we refer to as RCS Communication Services. This is a GSMA-based standard where carriers get to deploy this technology in a manner that delivers those great features to those end users. And that's why we are so excited about this, because these carriers are realizing the opportunity, appreciating the value that is being delivered, and really aggressively going out and deliver RCS to their consumer base.
And it's the same experience as the OTT guys provide,
absolutely.
Right? Because, and that's important to the carrier, obviously, because you want to keep the loyalty and the traffic, right? You want the customer to stay on your network.
Right. And consumers are simple, right? They go where the features are, they go where the performance is, they go where the cost-effective nature of that business transaction is. And so through RCS, we've been able to deliver that same compelling feature experience that over-the-top was delivering through the carrier platform to consumers. And in certain cases, those features far supersede what was being delivered through the over-the-top environment.
Is there an advantage that the carrier might have in that they own the relationship, and it means a number.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? It's a phone. It's not a user ID. It's not another password. It's a number that is associated with that relationship.
Right, and I think you brought up an excellent point, John, and that's huge, because that phone number provides a level of ubiquity to the consumer and a strong relationship with the carrier. They don't have to belong to a closed user group to be part of that group, to message within that group. They can provide messaging on a global basis through that phone number. And I think that is the strength also that carriers are trying to position more favorably to the consumer.
And now what about the enterprise side of the equation? We're talking about consumers, all the fun things we like to do, I like to chat with each other, but also from a business perspective, you have employees, if you're an enterprise of some type, you have employees who want to communicate, and you kind of probably want to know how they're doing it, what they're doing it, and what they're doing well and what they're not. Okay, you have an answer in that realm.
And Infinite Convergence Solutions actually is very excited. Just late last year, we launched what we are referring to as our enterprise messaging service. You realize we've been delivering solutions to carriers for years now, and these solutions are reliable, available, feature-rich, and so we've taken that same reliability, availability, and feature-rich capability, deployed it in a secure cloud, and positioned it for the enterprise. Now they, through a set of APIs, can integrate seamlessly and simply into our service and allow their internal applications to leverage the power of mobile messaging to communicate to their constituents, and these are prospects, customers, and employees. And while we do that, we also deliver a lot of visibility to that enterprise. Not only are we delivering reliability, security, and availability, we're also delivering what we're referring to as intelligent analytics. So they can see how that traffic is being used, how that campaign is being used, and then allow them to adjust so that they get the maximum return, if you may, for their investment.
So give me an example of that, if you can, just briefly, about what I can do with that data, how I can adjust on the back end to make sure that I'm fully maximizing that.
Right, you, Mr. Enterprise, once you start leveraging the power of mobile messaging, the traditional way was just do a blind outward blast, leveraging a service provider of some sort. Through our service, while you're getting all the reliability and the availability that carriers usually get as part of their networks within the enterprise, you also get information back. That information back allows you to judge performance. How did the blast go? Who received it? Whether the person on the other side is still a person or the phone is no longer in service. And then you are then allowed to adjust your message and your outreach accordingly, so that you're not wasting your time and you're not wasting your, at least, outreach on an ongoing basis.
Well, the proof is in the pudding, right?
Yep.
All right, good. Well, good to see you again, once again, and best of luck down the road. It sounds like, from the carrier perspective, you could be the lifesaver at the right time, right?
Thanks again, John. Appreciate it. We're excited about our RCS offer as well as our enterprise messaging offer, and look forward to touching base with you next year as well.